characters, he's brilliantly twisted, slightly demented. Give it up for Jay Hooks.
Woo! You go. Woo!
Y'all enjoying the show this evening?
Yeah.
Good. You know, there are things that happen in society today that I consider to be 21st century phenomena. I'm going to talk tonight about woman. Now, I see a couple of sisters in the audience. How you beautiful black women doing this evening?
Salute.
I'm going to share with everybody else something that you ladies already know. This is how black women scratch their head in the 21st century. Bunch of white people doing just that.
I was doing it when I
So that's what they're doing. I always wondered why they went around beating themselves in the head.
My weave
I just thought
bitch.
they were going crazy or something. I didn't know. I can assure you some of the women are crazy, but they're doing that to scratch their head. Now, I still see a few puzzled faces out there in the audience. You just became privy as to the what, still unsure as to the why. Let me break it down for you. See, women that you see doing that to themselves have weave in their hair. It was added in by either weave thread or hair glue. And because of the weave and the thread and the glue, the scalp is no longer getting any air. And it's pissed. So it rebels. And it does so by itching, sometimes badly. And these women can't get to the scalp and scratch it the way they want to because of the weave, so they do the next best thing they can to quell that itch without messing up their hair, which is to smack themselves upside the head. They're only beating back the rebellion. Some women do this in soul, man. Some women, on the other hand, literally kill themselves trying to get in that itch. I saw my wife doing that to herself one day, and I offered my assistance. I said, oh, baby, your head itch? Well, here, come here, let me help you out. Get your head down like that. Yeah, just like that. Okay, now hold still. We knocked that itch right out of here, didn't we? Oh, baby. Well, she's not scratching her head anymore. Mission accomplished. About 2 hours later, I got a knock at the door. It was the police. They hauled my ass in, y'all. I spent the night in the lockup. Had to appear before the judge the following morning. Well, Mr. Hooks, you've been charged with scratching your wife's head entirely too hard. That is a crime here in Indiana. What do you have to say for yourself in your defense? Well, Your Honor, I was just trying to help my wife kill that itch in her head. She didn't scratch anymore after that. That's because she was unconscious, sir. This court finds you guilty as charged. I hereby sentence you to 4 years in a maximum security prison. Officer, take him away. I ended up going to prison, y'all. And sitting in my cell, I had a chance to reflect on how my incarceration was truly a result of the 21st century phenomenon. Because that shit would have never happened to me in 1973. Because in 1973, if a woman had an itch in her head, she'd pull her wig off, scratch the itch, put your damn thing back on, case closed. And about that time, I was approached by a really huge and rather ominous looking inmate. He glared down at me and said, "What you in for?" Scratching my wife's head too hard. You too, dog? That's the same reason why I'm in here. I said, well, my wife scratched her head. The judge said I was guilty of spousal abuse and shit. Man, I ain't never helped them scratch your head again. I don't care how bad it is. They gave me 2 years for that. What they give you? I ended up with 4. Damn, dog. You must have knocked the hell out of your woman. Man, I'll tell you, there was another incident involving me and my wife at Detention Violence. We were eating at a Culver's just outside of Metropolis in Plainfield back in the summer. And she was really into this meal she was eating. She tried to get me to haul off a slapper inside the restaurant. All because her sandwich was tasting good to her and stuff. She said, "Oh, Jay, slap me." What? Slap me, Jay? I'm not slapping you. Oh, come on, Jay. Slap me. I said, you want me to slap you in broad daylight in front of an audience of nothing but Caucasians in Plainfield, Indiana. That's not going to go over too well with these folks. You do realize that, right? Now, I see what you're getting at, baby. You said the food tastes so good it makes you want to slap your mom. Well, in your case, you slapped yourself. But these people aren't going to see it that way. They're going to see me do that to you and consider it to be a criminal act. And they're going to call the Plainfield police. And I'm going to find myself face down on the ground after being tased a time or two, with my hands cuffed behind my back and a gun pointed at the back of my head, while having my Miranda rights read to me by a Plainfield police officer, right before the Plainfield Paddy Wagon Company carts my black ass off to Plainfield jail. All because your sandwich tastes good. Girl, I just did 4 years in the joint after helping you scratch your head. I'm not about to scrap you. Now, I can see you doing that in front of a restaurant full of black people, y'all. They would be able to better understand what's going on in that situation. I can imagine a conversation a black couple would have after they saw me do that to her. Ooh, baby, did you just see that? He just slapped the shit out of her. Ooh, that sandwich must really be good. He slapped her harder than he slapped me the other day. Which, now that I think about it, we wasn't eating when you did that shit. And my head wasn't itching either. And I'm gonna get your ass back to that when you go to sleep. Please believe that. Now that's all the time I got, y'all.